All right, welcome back. So we're gonna try example number 6. Very similar to the previous two examples, but well, there's a little curve here that we gotta consider. So the marginal profit in dollars for drilling a well that is x feet deep is given by p prime of x equals the sixth root of x. Find the profit when a well of 400 feet deep is drilled. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So our goal is to find the profit function, and then use this to find the profit function for the profit for drilling a 400 feet deep well. Okay, so what are we given? We're given p prime of x, the marginal, which is the sixth root. Can we say that this is the same as x to the 1/6, right? If we write this in power form. The reason why I'm putting some spacing here is because our goal is to go from here to here, right? And we need to get rid of that derivative. So in other words, we want to undo the derivative, right? So we're gonna undo the derivative by taking the antiderivative of this, and whatever we do one side, do it to the other side, right? So this should be good enough for us to move on to the next step and say, okay, well, these should cancel each other out and get p of x. And this, all we gotta do now is take the antiderivative of x to the 1/6. For this, we're gonna use the power rule, which states that you take the power and you add 1 and divide by the new power, right? 1/6 plus 1. And don't forget the plus c, right? And so for this, we're gonna take we're gonna simplify it, right? By saying, okay, well, 1/6 plus 1 is going to be 7/6, and so that would be 7/6 on the bottom as well, plus c. We could simplify this bottom by saying, oh, well, what's that, right? So we can say, well, when you divide by a if you remember, when you divide by we can think about this as being divided by 7/6. When you divide a fraction by a fraction, this turns into a multiplication by multiplying by the reciprocal of their denominator, right? So in other words, you're gonna have 6 times 1 and 7 times 1, which will be 6/7 x to the 7/6 plus c. Always carry that c. Don't forget about the c. It needs to be carried over. So next part is, well, that means that p of x should equal 6/7 times x to the 7/6 plus c. All right, so what is next? Well, next is to figure out what is the c value here, the constant. And for this one is where we're gonna it gets a little bit tricky. So we have to use some critical thinking here. So it is saying that that this is gonna be the profit of drilling x number of feet. So if you think about it, how much profit would you drill if you drill 0 feet? Well, if you drill 0 feet, right, shouldn't your profit should be 0, right? Shouldn't the profit be 0? Because you're not drilling anything, right? So why would you get a profit if you're drilling nothing, right? So that's the thing, right? So here, that's the assumption here that we want to make, is that drilling 0 feet should be 0 profit. So we're going to take that and we're going to say, okay, p of 0, and replace every x with 0, should equal 0. Well, that's 0, so that implies that c has to equal 0, right? So in conclusion, that means that p of x is 6/7 times x to the 7/6, right? And now this is ready for us to go ahead and plug in the 400. So let's go ahead and plug in the 400. and this is roughly something about 930.657, because we're talking about money, and if it's not specified how many decimals to round to, we're gonna round to the nearest cent. So round to the nearest cent. So we're gonna test the previous number, because this number is greater than 5. That means this number is gonna round up. So P of 400 is going to be 930.66. So it's going to be cost, or profit is $930.60 for drilling 400 feet deep. And so anyways, this is it for this problem. I hope you guys found this helpful. Please let me know if you have any questions. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Bye bye.